Hello friends, welcome to Unacademy. My name is Jatin and I'll be taking a very important session on a very important topic of polity and governance for General Studies mains for UPSC Civil Service examination. The topic that we are going to discuss today is self-help group, and we are going to take you through the journey of understanding what exactly a self-help group means, what are the various objectives of a self-help group, what are the various weaknesses, strengths, some of the case studies with respect to self-help groups, and we'll also be looking at some of the previous year question papers of the UPSC. The idea would be to give a comprehensive coverage to you of the entire examination and also of the topic, that how you approach the topic of self-help groups as far as UPSC Civil Service examination is concerned. So just a brief introduction about myself. I am Jatin. I have been teaching at some of the premier coaching institutes in Delhi for civil service examination for last 5 years now, and I am also teaching at the Unacademy Plus platform now. So the Unacademy Plus platform is a wonderful initiative which is available to all of you. You can avail of this initiative where you have quizzes and tests available, doubt clearing sessions are available, you have live classes, one-to-one interaction, personalized learning is there with the various educators, those who are available on the Unacademy Plus platform. Some of the educators are teaching courses on economy, they are teaching courses on polity, governance, international relations, current affairs, ecology. So there are a number of options to choose from. There are multiple educators, those who are there, and multiple sessions which are being uploaded on a daily basis, which you can go through when we talk about the civil service examination. I also wanted to take you through the other benefits of the Unacademy Plus platform. You get access to mock tests, you get access to weekly mock tests for the prelims preparation, so that you can keep a track of how your prelims preparation is going. You can analyze your strengths, weaknesses, performance, benchmark yourself against the others, and also understand where you stand so that you can prepare yourself better going ahead in the examination. Now, there is this something very interesting thing that has come up at the Unacademy platform. You can be downloading the Unacademy app, which is the app that is available on the Unacademy on the Play Store of the Google Android, and you could be downloading this Unacademy learning app. This app is can be installed from the Google Play Store, and once you install the app, you can go to the plus category segment on the Unacademy platform and you can get access to this. Now, once you get access to the Unacademy Plus platform, you need to choose the UPSC CSC option there on the Unacademy platform, and after that you need to click on the button Get Subscription. Once you click on the button Get Subscription, you can choose any of the packs that are available on the Unacademy Plus platform. You will be getting access to a particular category, let's say the UPSC Civil Service examination category, for 24 months, 12 months, 6 months, 3 months and 1 month package. Of course, it makes more sense to go for a 12-month or a 24-month package depending upon the kind of time that you need for preparation for this examination. Now, here's the good news. You can use my code, that is the subscription code, that is Jatin, can be used by you, and you can be using this to avail of 10% discount. Mind you, you need to use this code, and the course which is available for 35,000 would be available for 31,500. that is at a percentage discount of 10% for you. And even if you enroll in the 2-year course, which is available for 56,000 rupees, you will be getting a 10% discount on this course as well. You need to use the code JATIN Jatin in order to get access to this particular platform for 2 years. Now, this is about the Unacademy Plus platform, and this is something that we wanted to share with you. Also, the most interesting thing about this app right now is that you are also getting a 1-week free subscription of the Unacademy Plus platform. You can use the platform as per your convenience. You can see how it works for you. Do you like it? What are the kind of options which are available in the platform? You can also see what is the test series which is available on the platform, and then you can make a wise choice if you want to continue with the same. Now, beginning with the topic of self-help group. Self-help group is a topic that we will be discussing today for the UPSC Civil Service examination. आपकी मेंस की प्रिपरेशन के लिए, जनरल स्टडीज की प्रिपरेशन के लिए, दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक. अगर आपने कभी अपना सिलेबस देखा हो पेपर 2 का जनरल स्टडीज का, तो उसमें एक टॉपिक मेंशन्ड है डेवलपमेंट processes and industry, and there it talks about the self-help groups also. And you know the most interesting thing about this topic is कि इस टॉपिक से ऑलमोस्ट हर साल एक सवाल पूछा गया है. There has been at least one question that has been asked every year from this particular topic, the self-help group, and therefore it is very important. In fact, just a few days back, the Honorable Prime Minister of the country also gave a statement in one of his speeches where he said that the self-help group have been one of the most pioneering efforts that have helped in bringing the empowerment of women in the country. तो exactly ये self-help group हैं क्या, करते क्या हैं, इनके साथ क्या क्या functions associated हैं, क्या इनके objectives हैं, क्या history रही है self-help groups की इंडिया में, क्या उनके achievements रहे हैं, and also we will also be understanding what are the challenges associated with their functioning. All of these aspects would be covered in next 1 to 2 hours. We will be covering this topic in 2 sessions. So when we talk about the self-help group, and I would want to make it really easy for you to understand. I would want to make it so easy for you to understand so that you can understand this topic and then you can write answers straight away. आप सीधा answers लिखने की capacity के अंदर आ जाएं, ये मेरा effort रहेगा इस particular session के अंदर. So let us understand what a self-help group is. What does a self-help group means? What are the functions it performs and the various other things associated with that. So let us understand this one thing. Let us say that we have Miss X. Now, Miss X is a lady who's living in a rural area of the country. She is living in a village in India, in rural India, and she wants to get some money. उनको कुछ पैसे की जरूरत है. Miss X needs some money. What kind of purpose for which she is looking the money for? Maybe she is looking it for setting up a business of her own. वो अपना एक कोई छोटा सा बिजनेस सेटअप करना चाहती हैं, और मे बी शी नीड्स इट फॉर द एजुकेशन ऑफ हर डॉटर, or maybe she needs it for some social obligations. Maybe she needs it for the wedding of her daughter, or maybe she needs it for making a new house. Maybe she needs it for constructing a toilet in her house. So there could be a number of reasons for which she could be needing this money. So she wants money. Miss X needs money, and she needs money for business, education, social obligations, or any such thing which would help improve her life, which would help make an improvement to her life. Right now the question is that where does she go for getting this money? वो इस पैसे को लेने के लिए कहां जाएं? क्या वो एक बैंक के पास जाएं? क्या वो एक मनी लेंडर के पास जाएं? Or are there some other institutions that are available where she can go to get access to this money? So when we talk about Miss X as the protagonist in our story, we will be talking about that maybe she can approach a money lender in her village. एक मनी लेंडर को अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, एक मुंशी को अप्रोच कर सकते हैं, एक पैसा देने वाले को अप्रोच कर सकते हैं जो कि एक इंटरेस्ट रेट या किसी ब्याज के ऊपर पैसा देता है. अ पर्सन हु गिव्स मनी ऑन सम पर्टिकुलर इंटरेस्ट रेट is what could be done by Miss X here as far as getting money from the money lender is concerned. Now, what are the troubles which are associated with getting money from a money lender? We need to understand कि मनी लेंडर से पैसा लेने के अंदर कुछ दिक्कतें हैं, कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स हैं. There are certain problems that are associated in getting money from a money lender. What are those problems that we are talking about? See, one of the major problems associated with getting money from a money lender is that the interest rates are very high. The interest rates are high. Interest rates are in fact really high. At times they can be somewhere around 60 to 80% when you are taking the money from the money lender. And not just that, money lenders are also exploitative. And why are they exploitative? Because they are not regulated. They are not regulated by the RBI. They are not regulated by any other institutions such as the SEBI or the Reserve Bank of India. And therefore, they are exploitative in nature. In case Miss X fails to give the money back to this money lender on time, she might be exploited by the money lender. She might be forced into bonded labor. She might be forced to sell her jewelry. She might be forced to sell her land. She might be forced to give the house papers to the money lender. And you must have seen those movies. आपने कुछ पुरानी अगर movies देखी हो, एक movie थी Mother India, which was a very popular movie back in the day. Mother India के अंदर देखा जाता है कि वहाँ पे पूरी तरीके से अकाल पड़ जाता है. There is a famine which has struck that particular part of the country, and the protagonist that she goes to a money lender to get money. और फिर वहां पे मनी लेंडर उनको बहुत बुरी तरीके से एक्सप्लॉइट करता है और उनके घर को भी हथिया लेता है. एंड देयर आर सो मेनी अदर थिंग्स व्हिच हैपन. सो एंड the movies, as they say, are a reflection of the society, and that's very true that money lenders have been very exploitative in nature in the past as well, and have been involved in exploiting, have been involved in charging very high interest rates from their customers. So what kind of option does she have? She knows that अगर money lender के पास मैं गई तो either he will be charging very high interest rates, मतलब मैं 1 लाख रुपया लूंगी और उसके ऊपर 60,000 रुपए इंटरेस्ट दे रही होंगी. I'll be taking 1 lakh rupees and I'll be giving 60,000 rupees as an interest rate for 1 year. That's very high. Other than that, the person is also very exploitative. He seems to be someone who's very greedy, always wants to get money out of everything. So this doesn't sound to be a good option for me to go to a money lender. So whom should I go to? So then someone comes and tells her, उसकी एक friend आके उसको बोलती है मिस एक्स की कि hey, why don't you go to a bank? तुम बैंक क्यों नहीं चले जाती? बैंक में तुम्हें पैसा मिल जाएगा. You will be able to get access to credit and you will be able to fulfill all these things that you're wanting to do with the help of that money. But the problem with a bank is that banks are not necessarily available in the rural areas of the country. The coverage of the banks in the country is anyway very less, and in the rural areas, most of the rural areas still don't really have banks within their close proximity. They have to go long distances. So one is the issue of access as far as the bank is concerned, right? And the other problem associated with the bank is that the bank might also ask for something what is called as a collateral. The bank might ask for something called as collateral, that is collateral. For those of you who don't know what a collateral is, collateral essentially means a security. अगर मैं कुछ पैसा बैंक से लूंगा या मैं कुछ पैसा बैंक से लूंगी तो मुझे बैंक को एक सिक्योरिटी या अश्योरेंस देनी पड़ेगी that in case I fail to pay the money back to the bank, अगर मैं पैसा नहीं दे पाई बैंक को या नहीं दे पाया बैंक को, इन दैट केस बैंक कैन कीप माई प्रॉपर्टी, बैंक कैन कीप माई ज्वेलरी, बैंक कैन कीप वॉट एवर आई एम कीपिंग एज अ कोलैटरल. मैं कुछ भी जो सिक्योरिटी के लिए रख रही हूं, द बैंक कैन कीप दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग, राइट? सो दिस इज द सिचुएशन ऑफ मिस एक्स. मिस एक्स रियलाइजेज कि मनी लेंडर के पास तो जाना नहीं है, तौबा, right? And at the same time she thinks that I can't go to a bank also because either the bank is not within my proximity or the bank would also be asking for a collateral. But hello, I am very poor. Miss X is very poor. She does not have access to collateral. Maybe she has, maybe some other person does not have. So in such a situation, what would this person do? What would many others like Miss X do? Where would they go to get access to money so that they can improve their lives? And that is where the concept of a self-help group comes in very handy. That is where we will try to understand what exactly a self-help group does and how Miss X also has the option of approaching an SHG. She can approach a self-help group, and by approaching a self-help group, she would be able to get access to credit. She would be able to get access to loans for her various activities. So what exactly are self-help groups is what we are going to understand in the next part. So what is a self-help group? See, essentially self-help groups are informal associations of people. So they are informal associations of people. What does informal means? Informal means that they have not been registered as per any law. They have not been registered as a society. They have not been registered necessarily as an NGO, but they are just functioning on the basis of an informal एसोसिएशन, एक इनफॉर्मल लिंकेज है लोगों के बीच में, 5 लोग इकट्ठे हुए एंड दे हैव बीन एबल टू फॉर्म अ ग्रुप. नाउ it is an informal association of people. Of course, people will be coming together to form an association amongst themselves in an informal manner, and who choose to come together. Now this is very important. They have chosen to come together. That means a self-help group is also voluntary in nature. No one can be forced to be a part of a self-help group. You are going to join a self-help group in a voluntary manner. So self-help groups are nothing but essentially informal association of people working in a voluntary manner, coming together in a voluntary manner to find ways to improve their living conditions. What was Miss X trying to do? She was trying to improve her living conditions. So what a self-help group is an informal association of people, those who have voluntarily come together, those who have chosen to come together to find ways to improve their living conditions. So that's what a self-help group is, right? Now we will also understand that what are the various features of self-help group going ahead, but पहले हम समझते हैं कि अब होगा क्या. Informal association of people coming together voluntarily in order to improve their living conditions. So here we have Miss X, we have Miss Y, we have Miss Z, we have Miss A, B, C, and so on and so forth. So we have these 5 ladies with us: Miss X, Miss Y, Miss Z, Miss A, Miss B, Miss C. As you can see in this image also, there are a number of ladies, those who are sitting there and working on the laptop. So what they will decide is, they will say that, see, the bank is not giving us loan because it is difficult to get the loan from bank. They need some kind of a security. We don't have security. Also, we can't go to the money lender. So let us do one thing. Let us, each one of us, pool in, let's say we have 20,000 rupees with each one of us. So that's the only amount of money that we have. We were trying to ask the bank for a loan of around 2 lakh rupees. We are not able to get that. But 5 of us, if we pool in 20,000 together, we will be able to make it 1 lakh rupees. And what we can do out of this 1 lakh rupee is that we can distribute it amongst ourselves depending upon the needs of each one of us. And we could be using this for setting up a business. We could be using this for providing skill training to each one so that we can take some kind of employment. We could be using this for education of our children and so many other things. So they decide कि हमारे पास 1 लाख रुपया है. अब इस 1 लाख रुपए को हम एक ऐसा पूल बना लिया है हमने, और हम अब अपने अंदर डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. हो सकता है मिस एक्स को इस 1 लाख रुपए में से 50,000 रुपया मिल जाए. She will get 50,000 rupees. Miss Y might get 10,000 rupees for a short term, and then they are supposed to return this money back once they are able to. They are capable enough to return this money back to the group. They are supposed to return this money back to the group. So that is how a self-help group kind of functions. What they could be doing is that with this 1 lakh rupee, they could either be distributing it, as I discussed, or they could also be putting it in the bank. And they could say that बैंक में इसको रख देते हैं, जो उससे इंटरेस्ट आएगा, and plus कुछ पैसा निकाल के we could be giving it to Miss X, Miss Y, and so on and so forth. ठीक है. So what is a self-help group? It is basically an informal association of people voluntarily coming together in order to find better ways for themselves, find better life for themselves. Here these 5 ladies are coming together, pooling in their resources, creating a common pool of money, and using that for either distributing it amongst themselves, or they could put it in the bank. Now they could go with this large amount of money to the bank, ask the bank, can you please use this as collateral and give us more loan, or maybe put it in the bank, get some interest rate, and also distribute the money which they have put in the bank to the other members of the self-help group. Right now, It is a group that is formed with 5 to 20 members from similar socio-economic background. So this is something that I wanted to tell you about, that it is a group of people who are coming from a similar socio-economic background. People, those who are coming from the same kind of socio-economic background would be a part of the self-help group. Now, what does socio-economic background means? They could be coming from the same kind of economic activity. They could be part of a mill. They might also be a part of the same caste. They might be the same part of the same village. So there could be any common linkage which could be existing between them, and it would be formed with 5 to 20 members from socio-economic background which is similar in nature, right? Also, what people do is people collect their savings and put it in a bank, in return get access to loans, what I just shared with you, and also they are charged a very small interest rate by the bank in order to get access to more loans. अब ये इस पैसे को as a collateral use कर सकते हैं to get more money from the bank, and they can get small interest rate के ऊपर पैसा ये बैंक से ले सकते हैं. They would no longer be in the clutches of the money lender. Now see, the interesting thing in a self-help group is कि आप पूछोगे कि बैंक जब पैसा देता है किसी इंसान को तो वो कोलैटरल मांगता है, बट यहां पे 5 लेडीज इकट्ठा हुई, उन्होंने अपना पैसा इकट्ठा किया एंड अब वो एक दूसरे में पैसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर रही हैं. वो क्या सिक्योरिटी या वो क्या कोलैटरल मांग रहे हैं? What is the collateral that is being demanded by the ladies of the self-help group when they are distributing their commonly collected money amongst each other? Think about it. What would be the collateral in this case? आपके दोस्त से आपने पैसा लिया, आप अपने दोस्त से जाके उधार लेते हो, कुछ आपने 500 रुपए उधार लिए अपने दोस्त से, you have taken 500 rupees, you have borrowed 500 rupees from your friend. क्या आप उस केस में अपने फ्रेंड के पास अपना फोन रख देते हो, या क्या आप अपना लैपटॉप रख देते हो, या क्या आप उसको कोई एश्योरेंस देते हो कि यार मैंने अगर तेरे को पैसा नहीं दिया तो क्या होगा? नहीं. What really happens is that you tell your friend that friend, listen, you are my friend, तो मैं ट्रस्ट के बेसिस पे तुझसे पैसा ले रहा हूं और मैं तेरे को लौटा दूंगा, एंड योर फ्रेंड इज ऑल्सो हैप्पी टू डू दैट. द सेम काइंड ऑफ थिंग हैपेंस इन अ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप. The collateral is nothing but it is trust and it is peer pressure. Trust और peer pressure जो है वो collateral है self help group का. Peer pressure मतलब कि अगर तुमने पैसा नहीं लौटाया तो what will be the face you would have in the society, in the community. And secondly, trust, that each one of us trusts each other as well, and therefore हम भरोसे के बेसिस के ऊपर तुम्हें पैसा दे रहे हैं जो कि तुम अपना काम होने पे हमें वापस लौटा सकते हो. तो यहां तक आपको मैं समझता हूं कि सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप और सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप क्या है ये समझ में आया होगा. अब हम आगे समझते हैं कि फीचर्स ऑफ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप होते क्या हैं. इन ऑर्डर टू बी डिफाइंड एज अ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप, व्हाट आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स दैट अ ग्रुप शुड पोजेस? फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट, a group should have 5 to 20 members. The minimum limit is 5 people and the maximum limit is 20 people for a group to be classified as a self-help group. Also, it helps in getting access to resources that we have seen. We have understood that self-help group के basis के ऊपर you can get access to resources in order to improve your life. Also, members of the self-help group meet on a periodic basis. There are periodic basis meetings which happen between the members of the self-help group. Periodic meeting happens in order to discuss the issues, that how the money is to be distributed, what are the purpose for which the money is to be distributed, to whom should how much money be given. So all these things are decided in these periodic meetings of the self-help group. Also, the savings of the SHG are deposited in the bank in the name of the SHG. So the SHGs also end up opening a bank account for themselves and they put money into that. Now the most interesting thing about the SHGs is that SHGs are group of 5 to 20 people, informal association, not formed as per any kind of a law, voluntarily formed in order to improve the situation of the lives for the people. And also one very important thing is that they are democratic in nature. Self-help group are democratic in nature. What does democracy means? That each and everyone has an equal say. Each and everyone has an equal say, and that also means that the decisions of the self-help group are taken on the basis of consensus. कंसेंसस के बेसिस पे डिसीजन लिए जाते हैं एक सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के. तो ये तो कुछ फीचर्स हो गए फॉर अस टू डिफाइन अ पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप टू बी अ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप. नाउ लेट अस proceed further. Let us understand some other things associated with self-help group. कि ये जो ग्रुप बनाया है, is the only objective of self-help group to distribute this larger pool of money that has been created? Should they be only serving as microfinancial institutions? That means that should they be only providing money for a small amount amongst each other, or do they serve other purposes as well? So we will be understanding what are the objectives of self-help group now. अभी तक हमने क्या पढ़ा है, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप होते क्या हैं, और हमने ये पढ़ा है कि फीचर्स क्या होते हैं सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के. अब हम पढ़ेंगे ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या होते हैं सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप के. ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या होते हैं? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, it helps in encouraging additional income generating activities. Remember Miss X? Miss X was perhaps asking money for setting up a business of her own. She realized that there is this business opportunity in my village, but for that I need money. Self-help group will provide her with the money and therefore will encourage additional, जो वो कमा रहे हैं उसके ऊपर, over and above, additional income generation activities. Self-help group also promote a culture of saving. They also promote a culture of saving. That is, people within the membership of the self-help group, or those who are members of self-help group, also tend to save money so that they can use it for additional income generation activities. And also because if they don't save money, then how are they going to return the money back for the self-help group? So that is another function which the self-help group performs, that allows the members of the self-help group, or it motivates them to save, to not spend it on frivolous expenses. Third, self-help groups also act as a channel for the people to get access to formal financial institutions. We saw that Miss X was not able to get access to the bank easily because she did not have collateral, and also because there was no bank in her vicinity. Now she can approach a formal banking service in order to get access to the formal credit from the bank. And why is that? Because if she would have approached alone, the bank would have ignored her. But now 15 to 20 women are going together. They are also taking a pool of money to the bank, using it as a collateral, and therefore they can also be using the formal banking services. So SHGs act as a channel. एक चैनल क्रिएट हो जाता है so that people can get access of money from the bank. बैंक से SHG को, बैंक से लोगों को पैसा प्रोवाइड करने के लिए SHG एक मीडियम बन जाता है, माध्यम बन जाता है, एक चैनल बन जाता है, राइट? अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, the self-help group also work on the developmental concerns of people in the society. For example, कहीं पे एक कोई पुल टूटा हुआ है तो चलो उसके लिए पैसा दे देते हैं, we can use this money and then maybe we can come together in order to resolve such issues. एक developmental issue को address करने के लिए भी self-help group कई बार useful रहता है. And lastly, it is also a platform to the community where members can discuss and resolve important issues of mutual concern. What do I mean by that? See, self-help group is also a platform to the community where members can discuss and resolve important issues of mutual concern. What do I mean by that? See, self-help group is also a platform to the community where members can discuss and resolve important issues of mutual concern. What do I mean by that? See, इस कॉन्सेप्ट को कहते हैं कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ सोशल कैपिटल। मैं उसके ऊपर आऊंगा अभी, बट आप बस इतना समझिए कि सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप एक ऐसा इंस्टीट्यूशन या एक ऐसा ग्रुप क्रिएट हो गया है, इट्स अ ग्रुप दैट हैज बीन क्रिएटेड which allows these people to come together and to discuss important issues as well which are plaguing the society, because जब वो मिलेंगे अपनी मीटिंग्स में डिसाइड करेंगे किसको कितना पैसा देना है, एक दूसरे से बातचीत करेंगे, तो पता चलेगा कि किस किस तरीके की दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, एंड लेट अस ट्राई टू रिजॉल्व दोज इश्यूज विच आर एग्जिस्टिंग इन द सोसाइटी। दोज आर सम ऑफ द फंक्शंस और ऑब्जेक्टिव्स ऑफ द सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप। That is, I will repeat it again. They help in what? They help in encouraging additional income generation activities. We have understood that. They also help in promoting a culture of saving. We have understood that as well. We have also understood that the self-help group act as a channel for people to get access to the money from the formal banking services. Also, we have discussed that it allows people to work on the developmental concerns of the society, and self-help groups also act as a medium or as a platform for people to come together and to discuss important issues, and it helps in promoting social capital. It helps in generating social capital. तो सोशल कैपिटल क्या होता है? आपने कई बार सुना होगा सोशल कैपिटल, एंड व्हेनेवर आई आस्क एस्पिरेंट्स दिस क्वेश्चन दे यूजुअली गो रॉन्ग। थोड़ा सा समझ इस टॉपिक की एस्पिरेंट्स को कम होती है, मैंने ये देखा है। सो व्हाट इज अ सोशल कैपिटल? व्हाट डू यू वी मीन बाय सोशल कैपिटल? अगर मैं सिंपली बोलूं, सोशल कैपिटल इज द विलिंगनेस ऑफ द पीपल टू हेल्प ईच अदर। अगर लोग एक दूसरे को हेल्प करने के लिए रेडी हैं, इफ दे आर रेडी टू रिजॉल्व द इश्यूज ऑफ द अदर्स, किसी के पास पैसा नहीं है उसको पैसा देने के लिए रेडी हैं, अगर किसी के पास कोई तरीके का घर नहीं है रहने के लिए तो उसको घर देने के लिए रेडी हैं, दैट इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज सोशल कैपिटल। एक्चुअली देयर वाज अ स्कॉलर और देयर इज अ स्कॉलर called as Robert Putnam. Do search up about him. After this session, you can search up on Google about him and you will get to know some really amazing facts about this personality. Robert Putnam did a particular study and he wrote a paper. He said that even though America has become very rich, but they don't have social capital. People are not willing to help each other in America, and more and more people are becoming wealthier and rich in America. They are not ready to help each other. In fact, Robert Putnam went on to say that अगर सोसाइटी में ट्रस्ट और दूसरे को हेल्प करने की विलिंगनेस नहीं होगी, कि मतलब सोशल कैपिटल नहीं होगा, इफ देयर इज नो सोशल कैपिटल इन द सोसाइटी, इट वुड ब्रीड एक्सट्रीमिज्म इन द सोसाइटी। आपने कहानी सुनी होगी दाऊद इब्राहिम की। दाऊद इब्राहिम was actually son of a constable of Mumbai police, but because he did not have access to resources and also because there were a number of other problems which he faced, he took up to crime. उसने क्राइम का सहारा लिया पैसा कमाने के लिए। आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट दैट्स द राइट थिंग टू डू, बट आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू टेल यू दैट सम पीपल टेक टू क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज एंड टू क्राइम because at the right time they are not able to get help from others, and that is what social capital prevents. अगर उस समय दाऊद इब्राहिम को शायद किसी ने मदद कर दी होती, maybe, just maybe, he might not have been an organized criminal. He might not have been someone whom the police of the country or the world would have been running after. But again, that's in the realm of possibility. But for me, what I'm just trying to tell you is that social capital is the willingness of the people to help each other, and more is the social capital in the society, more would be there peace in the society, more people would be willing to help each other. Now, social capital, as per the OECD, the organization for the OECD has been saying that social capital is what? They are the links, shared values and understandings in the society that enables individuals and groups to trust each other and so that they can work together. इसको फिर से पढ़िए। सोशल कैपिटल आर व्हाट? दे आर द लिंक्स, जो एक दूसरे के बीच में लिंक्स एग्जिस्ट करते हैं। शेयर्ड वैल्यूज, जिन वैल्यूज के अंदर हम बिलीव करते हैं शेयर्ड तरीके से, एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग इन द सोसाइटी दैट एनेबल द इंडिविजुअल्स एंड द ग्रुप्स टू ट्रस्ट ईच अदर एंड टू वर्क फॉर ईच अदर. दैट इज व्हाट सोशल कैपिटल इज, राइट? नाउ why have I introduced this concept of social capital? सेकेंड ARC के बारे में आपने सुना होगा, सेकेंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव रिफॉर्म्स कमीशन. Second Administrative Reforms Commission came out with a report called as Social Capital, Building Social Capital, और उसी चैप्टर में उन्होंने सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स के भी बारे में बात की है, एंड दे हैव टॉक्ड दैट हाउ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स कैन emerge as institutions to build social capital in the country. So I hope you've understood and followed me till here. What are the objectives of a self-help group? You have also understood what is the basic definition and the features of a self-help group. मैं फिर से repeat कर देता हूँ. Definition क्या है? Self-help groups are nothing but they are informal, voluntary association of people coming together in order to find ways to improve their lives. बहुत simple है, राइट? और फीचर्स तो हमने उसके डिस्कस कर ही लिए हैं, हमने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स भी डिस्कस कर लिए हैं. इनफैक्ट सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स के बारे में अब ये कुछ दो कोट्स हैं, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कोट्स हैं, एंड बिफोर आई प्रोसीड फर्दर आई वुड वांट यू टू हैव अ लुक एट देम. See, the Parliamentary Committee on the Empowerment of Women, this was a committee that was created very recently. It said that SHGs have substantially contributed towards the empowerment of women in the rural areas. They have ensured equality of their status as equal participants, decision makers, and have allowed them to become beneficiaries in a democratic, economic, and social spheres of life. It has basically improved the lives of the women, it has empowered them, it has been able to improve their equality of status as participants, decision makers, and beneficiaries in the various spheres of life. In fact, Dr. Jairam Ramesh, who was the earlier Minister of Rural Development and alumnus of IIT Delhi, he said that if panchayats are institutions of representation, अगर आप पंचायत्स को मानते हो कि पंचायत्स में विमेन का रिप्रेजेंटेशन हो रहा है, अनहर्ड ग्रुप्स का रिप्रेजेंटेशन हो रहा है, तो सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स आर द इंस्टीट्यूशंस ऑफ पार्टिसिपेशन. सच अ ब्यूटिफुल लाइन दैट द पंचायत्स आर इंस्टीट्यूशंस ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेशन एंड द सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स आर इंस्टीट्यूशंस ऑफ participation, that there is a participatory element that is involved in the functioning of the self-help groups. तो ये हम इसको थोड़ा सा और डिस्कस करेंगे as we go ahead. Now, let us understand the history of self-help groups in India. How did self-help groups in India actually come into being? किस तरीके से self-help group setup हुए और इंडिया में इनकी क्या हिस्ट्री रही है is what we will try to understand. So see, you would have heard of Ahmedabad. You've heard of Ahmedabad? It's a city in Gujarat. गुजरात की कैपिटल नहीं है, गुजरात की कैपिटल गांधीनगर है, बट अहमदाबाद इज एज गुड एज द कैपिटल ऑफ गुजरात. सो अहमदाबाद में टेक्सटाइल मिल्स बहुत होती थी एंड आज भी होती हैं, बिकॉज अहमदाबाद वाज वन ऑफ द places where the textiles mills initially came up in India. Ahmedabad and the entire belt around Surat and Mumbai, etc. was the belt where most of the initial textile mills of India came up. Now, it was seen in Ahmedabad that there was mill workers, those who were living not a very good life, and they had their wives as well, those who were staying at home. They were not really contributing much to the family in economic terms. Economic terms में ज़्यादा contribute नहीं कर पा रहे थे, and घर के अंदर एक तंगी का माहौल feel होता था. People would feel that we don't have enough resources in order to improve our lives. So what happened in Ahmedabad in 1954? Remember the year 1954. In 1954, TLA. What does TLA stands for? It stands for Textile Labor Association. टेक्सटाइल लेबर एसोसिएशन करके एक वहां पर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन थी मिल वर्कर्स की. उसकी जो विमेन विंग थी, द विमेन विंग ऑफ द टेक्सटाइल लेबर्स एसोसिएशन केम टुगेदर in order to organize the women of households of the mill workers. उन्होंने बोला कि हम ये जो सारी औरतें हैं इनको साथ में इकट्ठा करते हैं and let us try to see if we can find a common solution to the problems that all of us are facing in our lives, and that is primarily that we don't have access to financial resources, और हमें कुछ पैसे की जरूरत है जिससे कि हम अपनी जिंदगी को इंप्रूव कर सकें. उसके लिए या तो हमें कोई जॉब चाहिए, so we need some kind of a skill and so and so forth. So they started to organize themselves, and with the help of organizing themselves, they started training themselves in primary skills such as sewing, knitting, embroidery, stenography, etc., so that they could get jobs for themselves, so that they could get some kind of a job for themselves, right? So this proved to be a decently successful experiment with the women's wing, or the women, the wives, or the women, those who were in the households of the textile mills running in Ahmedabad. Now this was a very informal association, ज़्यादा structured नहीं था, और इसमें कुछ रूल्स नहीं फॉलो हो रहे थे, सेल्फ इम्पोज्ड रूल्स नहीं फॉलो हो रहे थे, रेगुलेशंस नहीं फॉलो हो रहे थे, तो बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा एक स्ट्रक्चर एग्जिस्ट नहीं कर रहा था. एज अ रिजल्ट, in 1972, 18 years after the formation of this particular group of women, in 1972 a group called as SEWA was formed. SEWA means Self-Employed Women's Association. This was a group that was founded by a lady called as Miss Ela Bhatt. Miss Ela Bhatt founded a group called as the SEWA in 1972 in a very structured manner out of the women, those who were either working in the mills or the wives of the mill workers working in the mills in Ahmedabad. And the idea was to organize them so as to improve their lives. And Ela Bhatt started this particular initiative called as the SEWA. What were the objectives? It was to increase the income and the assets of the women, जो self help group का एक major objective होता है. Also enhancing the food and the standard nutrition. If they will have access to more money, they will be able to get better food, they will be able to feed themselves better, and it would also help in increasing their organizational leadership strength. And the overall intention was nothing but to ensure empowerment of women, or essentially women empowerment. This was the objective of SEWA that was founded by Miss Ela Bhatt in 1972. This was one of the first examples of an SHG that was formed in India. Now let us move further. In 1980s, such experiments had started to come up. This was the time, 1980s वो एक ऐसा दौर था, that was the era when we were talking about elimination of poverty from the country. We were saying that India is a country where large number of people are still below the poverty line, and we need to address this particular problem. So therefore, government's emphasis was also on poverty alleviation in the rural areas. In 1980s, after this successful experiment of Ela Bhatt, came up an organization called as MyRADA. What does MyRADA stand for? MyRADA stands for Mysore Resettlement and Development Agency. I'll repeat, Mysore Resettlement and Development Agency. It was a Karnataka based NGO, and what it started to do was it realized that, see, all of this self-help group concept is working really well in Ahmedabad. Let us try to do something similar with the other people also in Karnataka. So they started to promote several local formed group to enable the members to secure the credit collectively. Basically, they started organizing the women in Karnataka into self-help group, and they started to tell them what exactly a self-help group is. आपको इससे फायदा क्या हो सकता है, आप लोग भी ऐसा एक्सपेरिमेंट क्यों नहीं करते, आपकी भी जिंदगी इंप्रूव हो सकती है. So in 1980s, MyRADA, a Karnataka NGO, promoted several locally formed groups to enable the members to secure credit collectively, and use it along with their own savings for activities which could provide them with economically gainful employment, right? So this is what was done by MyRaDA, so that they can get access to some kind of gainful employment. कुछ skill based activities करेंगे, इनको skill develop करेंगे, so that they could be using it for their purpose. Now इसी साथ साथ और भी कुछ notable initiatives इंडिया के अंदर आने लगे. So what were these other initiatives that came up in India during the 1980s with regards to SHGs? And you might be wondering कि मैं आपको इतना सब हिस्ट्री और ज्योग्राफी क्यों पढ़ा रहा हूं सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप की. उसका रीजन ये है कि अगर आप इसको समझ जाएंगे, then you will be able to understand that what was the reason for which the self help groups were created in India. And not only that, you will also be able to give examples in your answers wherever needed about these organizations. Now, when we talk about the other notable initiatives under the self-help group movement in India, an organization called as Tanva came up in Tamil Nadu Women in Agricultural Program in 1986. Apart from that, in Kerala, we are going to talk about a very beautiful program, very interesting program called as the Kudumshri program, that came up in 1988 in Kerala, and also Tamil Nadu Women's Development Project, which was also called as the TNWDP in 1989. You can just remember one or two of these names. Tamil Nadu Tanva would be enough. Kudumshri anyway we will be discussing in detail, तो वो आपको याद हो जाएगा. MyRaDA डेफिनेटली आपको याद रखना चाहिए कि ये कर्नाटका बेस्ड एनजीओ थी जिसने पहली बार कुछ SHGs बनाने शुरू किए रूरल एरियाज में, उनको प्रमोशन उनका स्टार्ट किया. Now, once this happened, a very innovative concept was launched in India, and it was called as the SHG bank linkage program. The government realized कि अगर हम ऐसे ही चलते रहेंगे तो कुछ SHGs आएंगे, but they would not be linked to banks properly. तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए, हमें SHGs को बैंक से रिलेट करना चाहिए फॉर्मल तरीके से, एक फॉर्मल चैनल बनाना चाहिए, so that SHGs can get access from the banks of loans, and not only that, they can get access to various services such as management expertise etc. also from the bank. So the SHG bank linkage program was started in India, and this was started in the late 1980s, it was initially done as an experiment by NABARD. I hope you know about NABARD. NABARD is National Bank for Rural and Agricultural Development. तो NABARD जो था उसने क्या किया, उसने बोला कि हमारे पास पैसा है, हम भी रूरल एरियाज की डेवलपमेंट चाहते हैं, एंड SHG प्रोग्राम जो है वो अच्छा चल रहा है, इससे लोग एम्पावर्ड फील कर रहे हैं, उनके पास पैसा आ रहा है, they are able to spend it the way they want to, so why not adopt this same system in the other parts of the country also and expand this. So NABARD adopted this program called as the bank linkage program of the SHG. So what was this program? The SHG bank linkage program started as a टेस्ट प्रोजेक्ट इन 1989 में एक टेस्ट प्रोजेक्ट की तरह, एक पायलट प्रोजेक्ट की तरह नाबार्ड ने इसको लॉन्च किया. नाबार्ड सैंक्शन मनी टू MyRaDA, सीड मनी असिस्टेंस फॉर फॉर्मिंग क्रेडिट मैनेजमेंट ग्रुप्स. बेसिकली जो MyRaDA एनजीओ थी उन्होंने उनको कुछ पैसा दिया, एंड दे टोल्ड देम दैट यू प्लीज टेक दिस मनी फ्रॉम अस एंड यूज इट टू गिव इट टू द SHGs, and the SHGs in turn could use it for the betterment of their lives. And this is what we are doing as an initiative to test, does this really work? अगर हम पैसा दें जाके SHGs को और SHGs उसको यूज करें, क्या उससे कुछ फायदा होता है? This turned out to be a very successful experiment, right? And also on the similar lines, Ministry of Rural Development provided financial support to Pradhan. It's also an NGO, and to form SHGs in rural areas of Rajasthan. प्रदान करके एक एनजीओ था MyRaDA की तरह, उनको भी मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट ने पैसा दिया राजस्थान में, सो दैट दे कुड फॉर्म SHGs इन रूरल एरियाज ऑफ राजस्थान. एंड इस प्रोजेक्ट के सक्सेस को देखते हुए ये जो पायलट प्रोजेक्ट लॉन्च किया था नाबार्ड ने, द pilot project that was launched by NABARD in 1989, where they were giving loans to the SHGs and to the NGO, and then the NGO in turn was giving loan to the SHGs, was something that proved to be highly successful. So NABARD thought कि हमारा एजेंडा तो रूरल डेवलपमेंट ही है, एंड अगर SHGs के मोड के थ्रू रूरल डेवलपमेंट हो पा रही है, if our agenda is rural development and if the SHGs are allowing us to achieve the goal of rural development, why not use the SHG route only to ensure rural development in India? So on this basis, a full-fledged project involving a partnership among the SHGs, banks and NGOs was launched by NABARD in 1992. Basically what NABARD would do is, NABARD said that we will give money to banks directly. हम कुछ banks identify करेंगे, हम उन rural banks को पैसा देंगे, right? And whom will we be giving the money to the rural banks through? We will be giving it to the NGO. NGO will be the mentoring organization for the SHG so that they can be hand-holded. उनको पता चलता रहे कि किस तरीके से फंक्शन करना है, किस तरीके से मीटिंग्स करनी है, किस तरीके से हमें अपने एजेंडा डिस्कस करने हैं, and how we need to distribute money amongst ourselves, right? And also the banks then in turn would give money to the SHGs and they would be giving loans to the SHGs वो collateral के basis के ऊपर, and the SHGs would be able to improve lives for themselves. So SHG bank linkage program के बारे में थोड़ा सा और समझते हैं. NABARD promoted the movement on a large scale. So NABARD is a big bank, so they decided that we will scale this up and इसको हम ज़्यादा जगहों पे लेके जाएंगे. So NABARD promoted the movement on a large scale, launching a pilot project for linking the existing groups, existing SHGs, 500 of them, with the banks, allowing them to lend to the SHGs, so that the banks can lend to the SHGs, and whose assurance will the banks be giving this money to the SHGs on the bank of the NABARD. अगर बैंक की रीपेमेंट के लिए SHG फेल कर जाते हैं तो NABARD उनको कॉम्पेंसेट कर देगा कोलैटरल के साथ, बिकॉज SHGs themselves don't really have access to collateral, बट बैंक को कोलैटरल जो है वो NABARD देगा, और NGOs जो हैं वो क्या करेंगी, that they will be providing some kind of leadership and mentorship and guidance to the SHGs. So without any collateral, see, this is the interesting thing, that the SHGs will be getting money from the banks without any collateral, because NABARD is giving the collateral to the banks. NABARD के पास पैसा है, so they are giving collateral to the banks and they are telling them that you don't worry about these people not repaying their loans. If they don't repay, then you can keep the collateral that we are giving, because we know that this will work. NABARD was very sure that this experiment is going to work, and it did. It did. So the linkage program started in Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu and Kerala states, and nowadays it has expanded into the world's largest microfinance networks. ये जो प्रोग्राम है, ये प्रोग्राम क्या है, फिर से समझिएगा. It's a very important thing for you to understand that what this program exactly is. This program basically is that NABARD would be giving collateral to the bank, right? They will be giving collateral to the bank, and there will be an NGO also in between. NGO will be mentoring the SHG in their functioning. Now bank will give money to the SHG without any collateral. Bank will give money to the SHG without any collateral, and उनका एक्चुअल में कोलैटरल कहां से आ रहा है, NABARD की तरफ से आ रहा है. So this was a program that was started in Gujarat, Maharashtra, etc., and expanded to other parts of the country, and it has become world's largest microfinance network. And in fact, it is also said to be the Indian model of microfinance. It is said to be the Indian model of microfinance. So Indian model of microfinance भी कहा जाता है SHG bank linkage program को, and it is said to be one of the experiments. So apart from NABARD, there are other banks also. There are 4 other major organizations in the public sector, those who are also providing loans for the financial intermediaries, that is to the banks, for onward lending to the SHGs, so that it can be lended further to the SHGs. Now what are the other organizations? SIDBI, the Small Industries Development Bank of India, Rashtriya Mahila Kosh, and Housing and Urban Development Corporation, HUDCO. These are the other three organizations which you can mention about. So if UPSC asks you about SHG bank linkage program, you can say that, sir, this was a program that started as a pilot experiment in the year 1989. And where NABARD was providing collateral to the banks, and banks in turn were providing collateral free loans to the SHGs, and SHGs were being mentored by the NGOs. Also, you could say that, sir, this experiment proved to be a major success when NABARD gave money to Mayrada in Karnataka, and therefore NABARD decided that we will expand this program to the other states of the country, and they expanded it to the other parts of the country, making it one of the largest microfinancial networks in the country, also called as the Indian model of microfinancing. And there are other banks also now, or other associations or organizations, public sector organizations also, that have come into the fold, including NABARD, which includes SIDBI, HUDCO, Rashtriya Mahila Kosh, etc., etc., etc. Right? So this is a bit about the SHG bank linkage program. Now let us also understand what are the various models of SHG bank linkage program. SHG bank linkage जो program है उसके क्या क्या models हैं? See, one could be SHG bank linkage program promoted by a mentor institute. There could be a mentor institute, there will be a mentor NGO, जो यहाँ पे हमने देखा प्रदान का रोल, मायरादा का रोल, that was being played. Apart from that, SHG और बैंक के बीच में डायरेक्ट लिंकेज भी हो सकती है. SHGs can directly approach a bank in order to get access to the money. Also, SHG mentor institutional linkage can also be there. SHGs can be mentored by an NGO. ये भी एक तरीका हो सकता है. SHGs do not necessarily only need money, but maybe they just need some kind of mentorship and guidance. And then there is an SHG federation model as well. What is the SHG federation model? We are going to see that in the Kudumbashree scheme. वो हम समझेंगे आगे. But I hope you've been able to understand that the three models are SHG bank linkage promoted by a mentor institute, the one which NABARD was doing, SHG bank direct linkage where SHG can approach a bank directly, and SHG mentor institution linkage where SHG approach a mentor institution or an NGO for mentoring them, for guiding them, but or even for giving them some loans, but usually not loans, in terms of technical expertise, and an SHG federation model that we are going to see in the Kudumbashree scheme of Kerala. Okay, so I hope you've been able to follow me till here, that what are SHGs, what are their objectives, what are their features, and also the SHG bank linkage program in India. Now let us proceed further. How many SHGs are there in India as we are talking today? The number is estimated to be somewhere around 8 million. That means 80 lakh. 80 lakh SHGs हैं India में, and it involves more than 100 million people in the country. That means it is having more than 10 crore people as its members in the SHGs. There is 44% coverage limited to southern states. As of 2007, a statistic was that more than 40 to 50% of the SHGs are located in the 4 southern states of India, including Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. Also, over 80% of the SHGs are women SHGs. तो इससे हमें एक और चीज पता चलती है कि SHGs जो हैं उसके अंदर 80% of them are women SHGs, and they play a very important role in empowerment of women in the country. So these are some of the statistics that you need to keep in your mind if you are going to write an answer in the UPSC examination hall. These are some of the things which should be there in your mind. Now let us very quickly talk about the achievements of the SHGs in India. We will be talking about the achievements of the SHGs in India. SHGs के क्या achievements रहे हैं? SHG bank linkage program के बारे में हमने देखा, but let us also look at some of the achievements of the SHGs in India. SHGs ने क्या क्या achieve किया है? See, first and foremost, SHGs have been able to achieve women empowerment of women in the country, active women loaners, and have higher role in household decision making than other women. इसका क्या मतलब है? बेसिकली स्टडीज से कि जो भी औरतें पैसा लोन पे लेती हैं usually they tend to have a better decision making power at their home also. So empowerment of women happens as a result of being members of SHG because they are getting access to loans. So that is one. It leads to women empowerment. As more and more women get money, they are able to become better decision makers at house. They are able to get decision making. घर के अंदर कोई भी decision लेना है उसके अंदर भी उनसे पूछा जाता है, otherwise traditionally उनसे नहीं पूछा जाता था. Apart from that, it has also led to formation of social capital. This I discussed. SHGs बनने की वजह से क्या हुआ, लोग एक साथ आना शुरू हुए और उससे उन्होंने रियलाइज किया कि हमें एक दूसरे को हेल्प करना है. That we need to help each other in order to get benefits for each other. तो उससे लोगों की willingness develop हुई to help each other. The willingness to help each other is what was called as social capital. So formation of social capital, it facilitated the formation of social capital, teaching women to work together. It told them कि साथ में काम करना क्या होता है for a common purpose. Also, the SHG also have helped in allowing the people to get access to finance. पैसा लेने के अंदर उनकी हेल्प हुई है. उसके अलावा एक और चीज भी तो हेल्प हुई है. With the help of money which the SHGs have, they have been able to upgrade the skill of the members of the SHGs, and therefore they have been not only able to get access to financial services, but they have also been able to build a framework for building टेक्निकल एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरियल स्किल्स. औरतों को एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का एक्सपीरियंस आया है. दे हैव अंडरस्टूड कि अगर हमारे पास कुछ पैसा होगा तो हम किस तरीके से उस पैसे को यूटिलाइज कर सकते हैं अपनी बेटरमेंट के लिए. ऑल्सो इट हैज रिड्यूस्ड डिपेंडेंसी ऑन एक्सप्लॉइटेटिव इश्यूज सच एज it has reduced their dependency on the money lender. It has reduced their dependence on these exploitative people. Also, it has helped in better spending patterns. Usually देखा गया है जो लोग SHG का member होते हैं, people those who are member of the SHGs, people those who have access to the SHG money usually tend to spend this money in a better manner. They spend it on education, health and various other initiatives, right? Also, what are the other achievements of SHGs? So SHGs की हमने क्या क्या achievement देखी अभी तक? Women empowerment देखा है. We have seen formation of social capital. We have also seen that women can work together for a common purpose. Access to finance and skill building. Reduced dependence on exploitative sources. It has also led to better spending patterns for them. Other than that, it has also had effects on the other areas. कहा जाता है कि जहां जहां पे SHGs का प्रेजेंस रहा वहां पे पॉवर्टी एलिविएशन बहुत जल्दी हुआ. We will look at one statistic regarding that. Also, what has also been said about the SHGs or the SHGs in India is that they have had led to improved maternal health for the women. It has led to reduced child mortality. Women have become aware because जब वो ग्रुप में मिलती हैं, NGOs आती हैं तो NGOs उनको बताती हैं कि देखो आपका बच्चा पैदा होगा तो these are the precautions that you should take. You should take this kind of diet. You should use this kind of salt. You should be using iodine salt. So because of that, a lot of awareness has also been inculcated into the minds of the members of the SHGs via the NGOs. So SHGs have also helped in improving the nutritional standards, improving the housing standards and health, especially among the women and children. So it has definitely led to a better life for the women and the children in the rural areas of the country. Now, SHG bank linkage program also had its achievements and successes. We just discussed that SHG bank linkage program. So that has also had great success. First, the SHG bank linkage program is characterized by high repayment loan rates. 95% of the money that was given by the banks under the SHG bank linkage program to the self-help groups was returned back. आप सोच के देखिए कितना ज्यादा इसका repayment rate है compared to the formal banking institutions in the country, जहां पे almost 10% of the money is 90% ही repayment rate होता है, जबकि यहां पर 95% repayment rate है. And also the members are predominantly women, somewhere around 90%. As far as the bank linked SHGs are concerned, overall the number is somewhere around 80%. And after the intervention of the SHG bank linkage program, about 82% of the loan was received from the SHGs. Do you understand what I mean? After the formation of the SHG bank linkage program, their dependence on money lenders reduced significantly, and then there was no Mother India that was coming up, but rather the position of the money lenders has been reduced to only 15% from an earlier higher percentage. तो ये कुछ achievements हैं सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप की इंडिया में, सम ऑफ द अचीवमेंट्स ऑफ सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप इन इंडिया एंड हाउ द सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप program, the SHG bank linkage program, has been a major success in India. So this is something which was really important for us to understand as far as the self-help groups in India are concerned, right? So we have understood till now what are SHGs, what are the objectives of SHGs, what are the features of the SHGs, and we have also understood the SHG bank linkage program, the history of SHG in India, and also some of the achievements of the SHGs in India. So if by now UPSC asked us questions that what do you understand by SHGs, and discuss some of the achievements of the SHGs in the socio-economic space in rural areas, I hope you will be able to answer that question very easily. Apart from that, UPSC might also ask you that what do you understand by the SHG bank linkage program, how far has it been effective in empowering the women and also resolving the issues of rural areas. So there again you will be talking about SHG bank linkage program, some of the achievements of the SHGs as well as the SHG bank linkage program in specific. Apart from that, we have also understood what are the objectives of self-help groups. So UPSC can also ask us that what do you understand by the SHGs, and do you think SHGs have been able to achieve their objectives? So when UPSC asks us this kind of question, we need to write the definition of the SHG, and then after that we need to write down the objectives of the SHGs, and then on the basis of those objectives we will try to say that yes, they have been able to achieve some of the objectives, but some of the objectives have not been achieved as well. There are certain shortcomings also of the SHGs in India, which we will discuss in our next session. So in the next session we will be also discussing some of the important initiatives with respect to the SHGs in India. So we will meet in the next session, and in the next session we will talk about the weaknesses of the SHG bank linkage program in India, the weaknesses of the SHGs in India, the problems associated with their functioning. Also we will be looking at some of the case studies of the SHGs in India. We will look at some of the recommendations of the expert committees and what is the way ahead with respect to SHGs. अब और क्या किया जा सकता है as far as SHGs are concerned.